watching a video tutorial on how to crochet this top. This video is a collaboration with Marina. She has so many cute and fun DIY tutorials as well as other entertaining videos on her channel, so please check her out by clicking anywhere on the screen starting now.
Hello everyone, my name is Marina and welcome to my DIY Tutorial Live. I hope that you enjoy our collab videos, and if you love DIY, I guess I'll see you next time on my channel. Kisses, bye!
All her information will be in the description box below. Please check out her channel, like a few videos, leave a few nice comments, and of course subscribe. Alrighty, on with the tutorial. The yarn that I'm using for this project is from the brand Lion brand, and I believe it is weighted 4. I am also using a 5mm hook. First, create a slip knot and then chain a chain that is long enough to go from one side of your rib cage to the other. And after you've created that chain, then you're going to go back on it using a single crochet. A single crochet is putting your hook through the stitch, wrapping your yarn around the hook, bringing it back through the stitch, wrapping your yarn around the hook again, and pulling it back through the last 2 loops. But if you are a beginner, I have a Crocheting for Beginners video that I will link down below, so you can go check that out and then practice for a bit and come back. Anyway, I single crocheted my way all along the chain, and once I reached the end, I chained 1, flipped it over, then created about 20 rows of single crochet, but basically make as many rows as you need to cover from right here to right here. Unless you want to make it longer, then you need to make as many rows as you need so that when you put it against yourself, it covers the middle of your breast. Since I wanted this top to be more of a crop top or a bikini top even, I only did as many rows as it took me to cover my rib cage up to the middle of my breast. So now we're going to do something different. We're going to start making the halter shape. And it's super easy. Now, every time you reach the end, you're not going to chain 1. Then you're going to single crochet into the first stitch, then skip that second stitch. Just skip it. Then single crochet into that third stitch. And what that's going to do is that's going to start pulling your top inward and making more of a triangular shape as opposed to the square shape that you're doing every time you chained 1 at the end of a row. So now every time you reach the end, you're going to not chain 1, flip it over, single crochet into that first stitch, skip over that second stitch, and single crochet into that third stitch. And you're just going to keep going with that pattern, and you're going to notice that it's going to start making a triangular shape. And I only did this for a couple of rows just until it was able to cover above my breast. So now that everything is covered, it's time to start making the cute design. And this is where it starts getting a little complicated because I basically made everything up as I went along. So for the first row, I did a single crochet in the very first stitch, and then for the rest of the row, I made triple crochets, or at least what I think triple crochets are. I'm not sure if that's the actual name for it. Anyway, when I say triple crochet, I mean yarn over through the stitch, yarn over back through the stitch, yarn over through the first loop only, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through the last 2 loops. And after that, you should have something like this. After I'm done with each stitch, I chain 1, skip a stitch, then create that triple crochet into that very next stitch. And just keep doing that throughout the row, so you have 1 whole row of triple crochet. And once you reach the end, all I did was make a single crochet in the very last stitch just to make it nice and even at the border. Then I actually chained 1, then made double crochets within those triple crochets. A double crochet is yarn over through the stitch, yarn over, back through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through the last 2 loops. So again, I just continued making these double crochets within the triple crochets, so no more skipping stitches. And once I reached the end, I just single crocheted at that very last stitch, chained 1, flipped it over, then I created single crochets on top of those double crochets. So as of now, I have a row of triple crochet, a row of double crochet, and a row of single crochet. At the end, I of course single crocheted. Then I flipped it over, chained 1, then single crocheted into that first stitch. Then I created a loop, and the way I created a loop was simply chaining 4, then skipping a stitch, and into that next stitch I made a slip stitch, and from there just made another loop, which is another 4 chains. Then I skipped a stitch, then made a slip stitch into that next stitch, and kept going until the end. And once I was at the end, the very last stitch, I made a single crochet, and then I flipped it over and decided to make yet another row of loops. So from the end, I chained 4, then slip stitched into the loop under, and then chained another 4, slip stitched into the next loop, and so on. And after I was finished with my second row of loops, I started the pattern all over again. So here I am beginning again with the triple crochet. However, this time I am actually not going to skip any more stitches because I felt that it was coming in too quickly, and if I kept skipping stitches, it would have been a really short blouse. So if you notice that your top is coming in too quickly, then you need to skip less stitches, and if you notice that your top is not coming in as quickly as you'd want it to, then you need to start skipping more stitches. So now that the row of triple crochet is done, it's on to the double crochet. However, because I had the issue that my top was coming in too quickly, I decided to make 2 double crochets within those triple crochets instead of just 1 double crochet in each triple crochet. So as you can see, I made those 2 double crochets within each triple crochet. And then after that, I made my row of single crochet on top of that double crochet. And after that, it's time to make loops. So I just went ahead and started making my loops right then from the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a stitch, slip stitch into that next stitch, then chain 4, skip a stitch, slip stitch, you know the drill. And after that, you create your second row of loops within those previous loops. And after I was done with that row, I thought it'd be really pretty to just end it here. So this is going to be the top of my top. But of course, you could end it at any stage that you like. You could end it at the single crochet, you could end it at the triple crochet. It's totally up to you. I decided to end it at the loops. Now all that's left are the straps. And to make the straps, all you have to do is start from where you want the strap to be, then create a chain. I usually make a chain of about 50 to 55, and once I've done that, I go back on it using a slip stitch. And then once I am at the bottom again, you can either cut it and reattach it to where you want your next strap to be, but what I like to do is I like to single crochet my way along the top, and then once I reach the point where I want a strap, then I just create a strap, go back on it, go across, create another strap, then go back on it, then single crochet my way up to this strap, then create that strap, and then be done with it. But of course, you can just cut off the yarn, attach it to each point where you want the strap, create a strap, and then cut off the yarn and reattach it. But again, I like single crocheting my way all along the top. So I single crocheted all along the top and made all my straps, and this is the very last strap that I made. So to close it off, I'm just going to make a quick slip stitch, and then I am going to grab a pair of scissors and cut off the yarn that's attached to the yarn ball, and with that excess yarn, I'm going to pull it through the last loop, then give it a tug, then I'm just going to cut off the rest. So again, I started from here, single crocheted my way down, made a back strap of 110 chains, then slip stitched my way back, single crocheted across here, made another 110 chain strap, and then I single crocheted my way up, made my last 55 chain strap. And again, the neck straps are usually about 55 chains, and the back straps are usually about 110 chains, but depending on your body type, you may need to make more or less chains. The very last thing that you need to do to make the crisscross patterned back is bring your back straps across and over, choose a stitch where you want your strap to be, and then pull it through with your hook. Then you're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And after you are done with that, you are done with the top. Finally, now you have this gorgeous enchanted halter top. Now, if you found that tutorial to be a little difficult, that is alright. I have plenty of other crochet top tutorials that are beginner friendly, so please check out my channel for more videos. Give this video a thumbs up because you are awesome, and also click that red subscribe button if you haven't already, so I can see you next time. Bye!